I want to talk about Project Dynamo. It is a private U.S. nonprofit that evacuated Americans from Kabul. Well, it's now helping U.S. citizens flee Ukraine.
Yeah, exactly what we were just talking about with the ambassador. The first busload of 23 evacuees left for the border shortly after the early explosions in Kyiv, according to the group's spokesperson. Joining us now is the co-founder of Project Dynamo, Brian Stern. He's on the ground in Ukraine. Brian, thank you for joining us. First of all, we hope that you are somewhere safe. And tell us, did that bus that we just mentioned make it out of the country safely?
It's thanks for having me. It's almost out of the country. The lines getting at the border crossings, which are pretty safe, are extreme. So they'll be through within hours, but they're away. Our second bus has already departed Kiev a few hours ago with a bunch of Americans on it as well. So we're definitely operational here on the ground. It's definitely hard here on the ground, and it's definitely sad to say the least.
We are seeing the massive crowds at train stations, the traffic buildups you're talking about as people try to get out of these Ukrainian cities. Talk more about what it's been like on the ground there. How do you evacuate people under these conditions?
Well, Dynamo has been operating in Afghanistan on the ground there on and off since August, and we still continue to. We've definitely applied some of the lessons learned from the Afghanistan problem set to this problem set. There's many differences, but there are a lot of similarities, and we've gotten pretty good at this. It is hard, but if you're just a little creative and innovative, you can make some real good magic happen. On the ground here, the shortages are everywhere. Gas is impossible. There's caps on everything, limitations on everything from food to medicine, all kinds of things. So it's really, really, really hard to get things, cash. Everything has to be done in cash, which is actual paper currency, which is also a challenge, and that's becoming hard to find and exchange. So I've seen a lot of. I've been a part of multiple invasions and wars in my military career. This is the first time I've been on the receiving end of one, and it definitely puts things in perspective. That's for sure.
Brian, I have to say, it's just so incredible to hear about this work that you're doing, both in Afghanistan and Ukraine. I think so many people have wondered what's happened to people who were stuck, who didn't have somewhere to go, and you're partially answering that question with the work that you're doing. How many people in Ukraine have contacted you for help? And the tough question, are you going to be able to help them all, to evacuate them all?
So we're a donor-funded organization, and we're not sponsored by any kind of big endowments or anything like that. So we're all volunteers. Everyone at Dynamo is, including myself. So every penny and every dollar that you give goes to the rescue of a human life. Americans are our priority, but we don't. NATO allies are good enough. So we don't like to leave a seat empty. So please donate. ProjectDynamo.org. That's the #1 piece of help that we really need from people by far, without a doubt. There's thousands and thousands of people here that of Americans that many will be able to self-evacuate, but many won't be. We have an elderly gentleman who's here in Ukraine alone, who's on our second bus heading to me right now. But for us, I'm pretty sure that he would have to that he would be stuck.
Wow. Brian, thank you so much. Incredible work that you're doing. NATO allies are good enough. Isn't that something to hear there? All right, Brian, thank you.
We're all in this thing together against Russia.
All right. Thank you very much. Stay safe.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top stories and breaking news by downloading the NBC News app.